Social accountability is constructive engagement between government and citizens in monitoring the use of public resources.
Social accountability can be defined in simple terms as holding public institutions and public officials accountable.
Социальная ответственность – это концепция, в соответствии с которой организации учитывают интересы общества, беря на себя ответственность за влияние их деятельности на местное сообщество и прочие заинтересованные стороны общественной и социальной сферы.
It speaks to what we call demand-side governance, the ability of citizens to hold their governments to account and to extract important concessions from governments in terms of being a bit more responsive to citizens.
We believe, in a sense, social accountability is the spirit of any functional democracy. My name is Gopakumar Thampi. I head the affiliated network for social accountability South Asia region, which is based at the Institute of Governance Studies at BRAC University, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
I am Angelita Gregorio Medel. They call me Ange, and I am the current director of the affiliated network for social accountability for East Asia and the Pacific.
My name is Russell Wilderman. I am the director for ansa-Africa. The secretariat basically is based in Pretoria, South Africa.
Добрый день, уважаемые дамы и господа. Меня зовут Роза Гайбулина. Я рада поприветствовать вас от Альянса за прозрачный бюджет, неправительственной организации из Кыргызской Республики.
ANSA stands for the Affiliated Network for Social Accountability.
This is where we believe social accountability can play a critical role, bridging government's intentions with the reality at the cutting edge.
ANSA was conceived primarily as an initiative to respond to the existing situation of many years where governance reform has been greatly driven by what they call the supply side.
Альянс был создан в 2007 году, представляет собой сеть неправительственных организаций Кыргызстана, объединившихся на основе общности интересов с целью улучшения прозрачности и эффективности государственного и местного бюджетов Кыргызстана через вовлечение граждан в бюджетный процесс.
ANSA's vision of trying to make a significant contribution to the work of sustaining social accountability and good governance work by working with citizen groups who will ensure sustained demand for good governance.
The approach that we favor in the social accountability work that we do is to focus not only on the demand side but also on the supply side. Within supply side institutions, there's often lack of coherence. There's often an inability for different supply side institutions to recognize they're all working together to ensure and protect the rights of citizens. And then in that regard, we focus on both the demand side and the supply side.
ANSA-SAR is a recognition of this growing demand and also a response to the critical need to create linkages and synergies between different actors and institutions engaged in social accountability work in South Asia.
Create a community of practitioners.
В рамках инициатив по социальной ответственности в сотрудничестве с АНСА Альянс с партнерскими организациями Connect Pro Ltd, Институт политики развития реализовал проект «Оплата за достойное образование». Цель данного проекта – повысить уровень стандартов школьного образования за счет улучшения использования финансовых отчислений посредством усиления вовлечения родителей в работе над школьными бюджетами и повышения социальной ответственности в рамках работы донорских агентств в области образования. Как результат, мы смогли добиться повышения доверия и повышения интереса со стороны родителей к работе попечительских советов в области составления и исполнения школьных бюджетов. Мы очень надеемся, что этот проект является первым шагом в нашем сотрудничестве с АНСА. в рамках которого мы намереваемся осуществить еще ряд подобных проектов.
I would like to cite two thematic examples of our focus. This will be one on procurement monitoring and the other on ICT, or Information, Communication and Technology.
Приоритетной области деятельности Альянса – это обеспечение эффективного и результативного взаимодействия между государственными структурами и гражданским обществом бюджетной политики Кыргызстана, повышение бюджетной информированности населения.
Under resources we cover stuff like the extractive industry, the politics, the dynamics and the economics behind it, the political economy behind that. We look at climate change and the energy issue, for example. We look at public procurement. All of these things basically speak to the need to find processes within which citizens can participate that relate to the best possible use of government and public resources.
A decentralized form of network would be most effective and most democratic in the South Asian context. It is with this objective in mind that we are promoting the communities of practice as the vehicle, as the conduit, as the modality for sustaining ANSA South Asia region, its activities, its mandate and its potential in the years to come.
Ansa-eap cannot operate without partners. Partners will be the lifeblood of any network initiative like ANSA East Asia Pacific.
Our partners in ANSA Africa are drawn from across the full spectrum of society. Being a civil society organization, our natural allies are civil society organizations.
The citizen groups, whether they are CSOs, NGOs, people's organizations, community associations, professional associations, and many other clubs and groupings of citizens.
Партнеров, с которыми работает Альянс, можно разделить на несколько групп. Это международные донорские агентства, которые включают ДФИД, Фонд СОРОС Кыргызстан, анса, ПАКТ, ЮНИСЕФ, Эвричайд, ПРООН, Всемирный банк, ОБСЕ, Евросоюз, Швейцарское бюро по сотрудничеству с Кыргызской республикой, Швейцарская ассоциация международного сотрудничества Хельвитас, государственные органы, которые включают Министерство финансов Кыргызской республики, Министерство образования, Министерство социальной защиты, Министерство здравоохранения, Национальное агентство по делам местного самоуправления Кыргызской республики.
Government counterparts, government agencies, government officials who are reform champions to be our partners as well, because they are, after all, those who we would like to encourage to strongly engage with citizen groups and citizen leaders to promote social accountability.
ANSA Global, we believe, is poised, is positioned to play a central role as a convening hub, an organizing hub, a knowledge hub, and also as an interlocutor.
Colleagues, as you know, we live in a globalized world. It is difficult to isolate yourself from important happenings in other parts of the world, or in other parts of the continent indeed. And hence it's important that as social accountability practitioners, we come together, solidify the connections we have, create new connections, all with this common interest and common purpose of creating a vibrant social accountability movement that will have impact not only locally or regionally, but also globally. The days where we fought our battles in our own little corners, where we didn't know how to connect either electronically or physically, or show some form of solidarity with colleagues in other parts of the world, those days are effectively over. And I think the ANSA networks, to a large extent, signal our commitment to work together and to make a joint contribution to alleviating social and economic problems.